All right, so we got how do you actually kill a perpetual Warhammer 40k lore? Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it, man. And also, man, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below in the description. Let's get right into it.
G'day, guys and gal. There are all kinds of ways
Major
to achieve
kill!
immortality in Warhammer 40k. Become a demon, become a Phoenix Lord, freeze yourself. But all of these have a bit of an obvious catch. However, being a Perpetual, the only true immortal, has all the ups with none of the downs. Well, at least beyond the despair and loneliness you feel as time moves forward, but you remain, watching as generations of loved ones live and die. But that's neither here nor there. A Perpetual doesn't just not
That
age.
is tough.
They can come back from any injury or wound. But that isn't entirely true. Perpetuals can and have been killed, with most of them actually being dead in the current setting. Each of their deaths was wildly unique and interesting. Makes sense considering that they aren't actually supposed to be killable in the first place.
Oh, okay. So they're okay, because at first the way he described it, I thought that like the perpetuals, whatever, I thought they were like immortal. So in the sense of like they can just live on forever and forever, but at the same time, like they can still be killed. But what he basically just said is it sounds like they're invincible, like they can't be killed. Okay.
Before we get started,
I don't know. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think.
Majorkill 500 subscriber merch. We spent, so there's really no reason not to. Today we'll go over each of the tried, tested, and true methods of killing a Perpetual.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right, man. Here we go.
Before we discuss how to shank an immortal to death, what is a Perpetual really? Simply put, they are a catch-free immortal that either naturally occurs or are created deliberately or accidentally. For whatever reason, a cluster of them, including the Emperor, Eldar, a Lannis person, and more, were born a few thousand years before the Roman times. Since then, very few have been born over the following thousands of years, but it's not really clear why. Some people, like the Cabal, the Emperor, or even Chaos, can create Perpetuals. However, Chaos only does it by accident, the Cabal's Perpetuals are like a stunted, less impressive version, and the Emperor's Perpetuals are basically just extensions of himself to fulfill a very specific goal that he only trusts himself to fulfill but can't actually be there. It's important to note that not all Perpetuals, even the natural born, are the same. Their level of invulnerability varies. For example, Malkador was genuinely killed by Magnus unleashing a torrent of psychic cum at his face, but a similar, more powerful attack on Vulcan just—
Psychic? Whoa, on Vulcan. Whoa, hold it. Give me 1 second, y'all. He said my goat's name.
Malkador was genuinely killed by Magnus unleashing a torrent of psychic cum at his face, but a similar, more powerful attack on Vulcan just got shrugged off. So for each method of—
Duh. Come on, bro. He's the greatest of all time. What are we talking about, bro? Of course it gets shrugged off, bro. You know, like every time like LeBron dribbles the ball, whatever, and he drives in and he gets an M1 and he shrugs his shoulders like this. That's like his signature move. That's what Vulcan does. Like, come on, bro. Like, bullet right here, bullet right there. But there could be like 10 guys shooting under him, bro. He could still be walking, bro, tanking all the bullets, bro. See, that's what he does. That's GOAT type of things right there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Perpetual killing, I'll also discuss who has survived it and who it would work on. Remember, the hard part isn't killing a Perpetual, it's keeping them dead. So with that in mind, let's discuss the first method. For demi-Perpetuals, like John Grammaticus, their resurrection depends on the Cabal pressing the revive button. So theoretically, if they were sick of him, a simple gunshot to the head would do the trick. It would need to be violent though, as he doesn't age, gets sick, and is quite hard to kill in general. But for a true Perpetual, you don't need a bunch of aliens sucking on your nuts to bring you back. Vulcan was decapitated, frozen, incinerated, bisected, impaled, starved, suffocated, and nuked, amongst dozens of other more horrific methods. He regenerated without issue each and every time. His murderer was Conrad Curse.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. I still gotta catch him, bro. Bro, the day that I catch him lacking, man, you guys will see me on the news, bro. Yup. You're going to see me smiling, bro, from ear to ear, bro. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. The fact that he did all those things to the greatest of all time, I'm going to keep it honest with you, bro. Bro, like, I got to get my hands on him.
So not just some chump, but a master of inflicting death. Conrad also would have foresaw the results of hundreds, if not thousands of more kills, and nothing put the big cuddly man down for long. If anything, his regeneration sped up the more he was killed, almost like it was a muscle being trained. So fortunately, that bit of lore pretty much wipes out the idea that any form of conventional method can kill a Perpetual. However, there is a literal kryptonite for Perpetuals. It even looks like kryptonite, called fulgurite. Basically a spear-shaped shard of glowing crystal that is embedded with a shard of the Emperor's psychic might. If you stab a Perpetual with a shard of fulgurite, it will permanently kill them. Sometimes. It's complicated. Why would the Emperor create a weapon that could only kill himself and his allies? After all, Chaos has only accidentally created
It must
one
be like a
Perpetual,
backup plan.
and she quickly abandoned them. Well, he didn't mean to. Basically, while flexing on some noobs, the Emperor struck some Sam with psychic lightning, creating the Fulgurite without noticing. That Fulgurite then stayed hidden for centuries before being discovered by John Grammaticus. John was then...
Bro was showing off for the girls. Bro, the Emperor was... the Emperor saw a couple baddies. He saw a couple dimes from LA. He was like, all right, hold up. Let me take my shirt off. Let me really show them what I can really do. He started striking his poses like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He started like throwing all types of movements, and then the little fire came out. Boom. Bro, I tell y'all, bro, these girls be distracting us, bro. Man, that's a man's greatest weakness right there, bro, is these girls, bro. Man, bro, I've never in my whole existence thought that the Emperor would be like, I never thought he would even succumb to this type of circumstances, bro. Like, bro, are you serious?
Us by the Cabal.
Never, ever. Like, I've never thought he would ever, like, fall victim to, like, this type of just horniness, yo.
Right to Conrad Curse and giving it to the Night Haunter, allowing Conrad to finally kill Vulcan for good. The reason why it had to be Conrad is because in order to permakill a Perpetual Primarch, which is basically a super Perpetual, a Primarch had to be the one wielding the Fulgurite. If Vulcan died, humanity would be doomed as he had an important role to play in the upcoming Siege of Terra. However, John had gotten sick of these alien pricks telling him what to do all the time, so he stabbed Vulcan himself, killing the Primarch for quite a while, but also doing a hard factory reset on him, restoring Vulcan back to sanity after he had lost it due to his dozens of deaths at the hand of Conrad, as well as becoming a makeshift meteor. So in this instance, the Fulgurite did not actually kill a Perpetual, but restored him. However, that doesn't mean it can't kill Perpetuals. If Conrad did it, no more Vulcan. Eldrad used that same piece of Fulgurite to kill Daemon Parantis, another Perpetual, so it's pretty clear that it does indeed work when used as intended. Perpetuals can also be killed by an extreme amount of psychic energy. When Magnus traveled to Terra during the Heresy to speak with his father, he and Malcador spoke prior. However,
yo, I just learned that like the whole like that whole Magnus thing was like a huge misunderstanding. Is that a ladybug? Yo, aren't ladybugs like good luck? I don't know. But yeah, bro, I heard that it was like a whole, like, he basically just misunderstood, like, the entire thing, basically. I mean, well, technically it was his doing, but at the same time, I mean, bro, like, bro, it's so crazy just, like, hearing how, like, he got basically, like, manipulated, like, a bunch of times into, like, you know, going up against the Emperor and stuff like that. Him thinking that the Emperor's not going to give him, like, a second chance and stuff, and that's just crazy.
Magnus, who was a bit unstable at the time due to a few things that had been going on, flew into a rage and blasted Malcador with a shitload of psychic energy. The force was so great that Malcador, a Perpetual, was unable to regenerate. He wasn't completely 100% dead, but he definitely wasn't alive and was not going to be able to regenerate by...
Let me see. Who's winning right now? Oh, let me see. I think White... Ooh. I think White might be winning because I don't know if you guys know, man. I'm actually a Grand Master in chess. I don't know if you guys know that.
Himself. So that does work. This isn't a blanket method though. Vulcan was unmade by Magnus with a much more powerful attack, yet he was able to push through it and tombstone his brother. As I said, Big Boy Vulcan is a Primarch Perpetual, a league above the rest save his daddy. Vulcan had also been killed an absolute metric fuckton of times, hence his regenerative abilities had been progressively overloading. So how the fuck do you kill Vulcan if he survives Fulgurite and Psychic Death Semen? That's the neat part. You don't. In saying that, Vulcan has been gone for thousands of years after tackling a mega orc into a vat of pure War energy. While I highly doubt this has permakilled him, the unusual mix of Perpetual and orc magic has likely made Vulcan's regeneration and sanity a bit whack. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is currently running around on some jungle world, shaking his 30-inch schlong around and scaring the local fauna, while he talks like a low-class Cockney British person. Coming back to Malcador's Psychic Death example, it gives us another method of killing a Perpetual. See, to bring Malcador back, another of the OG true Perpetuals had to basically transfer their life force over to Malcador, killing themselves in the process to bring him back. Perpetual power seems to run on life force more than anything else. Weapons that attack your very life essence seem to be the weapons that work the best. Thus, transferring their life essence will quickly turn a Perpetual to dust, killing them. Speaking of which, nothing quite fucks up your life essence like the Emperor's favorite toy, the Golden Throne. This thing sucks you dry on a physical and spiritual level. When the Emperor needed to go spank Horus, Malcador took his place on the Golden Throne. Despite Malcador being a powerful Psyker and a Perpetual, it only took a few hours for the throne's energies to drain him dry, permanently killing him. Current lore states that Malcador transferred some of his essence to the Emperor's wounded form, which is what finished him off. But it's made clear that he was on the brink of oblivion anyway, and from the way the lore is heading, Malcador probably won't end up doing that, simply expiring from his effort on the throne. The Golden Throne is why the Emperor cannot regenerate from his fight with Horus. It is draining him whilst his perpetual power is regenerating him, thus locking him in an endless cycle. This is why a lot of people think the Imperium should turn off the throne and let the Emperor die. Sure, shit would get real bad real quick, but if the Emperor could return to his glorious sexy tanned form, surely he could reunite the Imperium in quick order. The issue is that if the Emperor dies and doesn't return, then everyone is mega fucked. With how long he's been on the throne combined with the uniquely devastating wounds inflicted by Horus, it's unclear if the Emperor's perpetual power would even be able to regenerate him in the first place. So it's one of those times where it's probably just not worth the risk. So, a bit of Fulgurite, the Golden Throne, or a massive psychic blast will permakill most Perpetuals. The only exceptions are Vulcan, who can survive the psychic attack and requires a Primarch to wield the Fulgurite, and the Emperor, who probably wouldn't give a shit if he got stabbed with his own power. It might actually be refreshing for him. And as he has been sitting on the throne for 10,000 years, it's safe to say it's not exactly a reliable method of killing him. As of now, the Emperor has no known method of ending his life. Now that is a flex. If you enjoyed the video,
shout out to Majorkill, man, for making this video, man. Like you said before, bro, only Vulcan and the Emperor can definitely tank that type of stuff, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna see you guys later, man. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes, and peace out, everybody.